Today we are going to be drawing and painting parrots quickly, and I'm going to walk you through the process on how to do that. I am using a Sharpie marker to draw my parrots, and then I'm painting them in using gouache. I am using Hemi gouache. This is very messy and I'm sorry, but this is the gouache that I'm using. You can get it on Amazon. It's supposed to be jelly gouache, but mine has dried up. You can see it's a big mess, but mine is dried up, but I like it better dry because then I could just dip my paintbrush into water, swish it around in the paint, and it comes out really well. I like it because it's a matte finish and I can draw on top of it. I am drawing on just regular sketch paper with my Sharpie marker and using my Hemi gouache on top of that. You can use colored pencil, any kind of paint or paper that you want. My original drawing is in my art journal. My art journal is just an old book that I saved from the trash. And I just like it because I just like the way the writing looks underneath it. I will have a little booklet for you that you can download to follow along if you want. But we're going to get started on how to draw parrots today, and I hope you join me. Okay, so we are going to get started. I've seen people do this and it makes sense. We're going to draw a very loose backward 5. Okay, that 5 is going to come down like that, but it's almost like a backward 5. And this one is going to just be a very loose number 5. But we're bringing it down a bit. It just looks kind of like the shape of a 5. But those are our 2 parrots, okay? We're going to draw a little line like this. And then draw another line like this. Okay, and we're just sort of creating the shape of the body. Bring the tail down like this, and it's going to come together, but right now this is what it's going to look like. That's so far the body of the parrot. Now include the wing. So come up like this, because this wing is just peeking through, right? Just peeking through on the side. And then take the next wing and we're actually going to draw it a bit like this. Okay, but so far that's what our parrot looks like. We're going to draw the eye in, just a circle with some circles around it. There's a lot of lines around the parrot's eyes, and now map in that beak. Just draw like almost a curved line here, and then another curved line. You can kind of see it like that. Then come down, bring that down like that, and then we've got our parrot. His head or her head is now in. Now, once you get this drawn, you can actually make adjustments to the parrot and have it look like the way you want it to look like. Parrots can have like little feathers, right? But that's how he looks right now. Once we color him or her in, it's going to look much better. And we're going to draw the little feathers. All right, now the next parrot, this is the head. Draw a little curve over the head. It's going to come down like this and draw like almost like a curve for the beak. That beak is coming down. Like that. Now he might have a big beak, but that's okay. And then this wing comes down like that. We've got his or her eye in like that. And that's what our parrots are looking like at this particular moment in time. Now this one is sitting on a branch like this. And this guy's sitting on a branch, and we're going to have the branch come up like this. This one definitely needs to be adjusted, but that's okay for now. Just mapping in where I want the leaves. I always find once I start adding paint, it brings it to life and it looks better. I'm grabbing some yellow for the first parrot, and I'm just putting it in there like this. And I'm not doing the whole head because I think the top of this one's head is going to be green like it is in my picture. And this one has a little yellow on the top of their head and some yellow on the wings there. And this one's going to have some blue wings. I'm making adjustments on this one. His wing is peeking through. And there we go. His head looks like that. And this one's going to have blue wings as well. And a bit of a green, the green on the top of the head. A little bit of green there. I feel like this one needs a longer tail, so I'm just kind of adding a little bit of shadow there, and I'm bringing this shoulder out because their heads are kind of funny shaped, but now it's starting to look like a parrot. Just sort of, there we go. I'm bringing this one down a bit because I felt like it wasn't long enough to be a parrot, and I think that the wing needs to come down a bit. The blue wing has a longer body, so I'll just do that. There we go. Kind of making adjustments as you go and trusting the process. I like the way my parrots look right now. I know some parrots have lighter beaks, some have darker beaks. I just feel like I like, for the contrast for this one, to have a darker beak. And I'm just mapping it in lightly. There we go. I'm liking the way these look. They look good. For me personally, once I start adding color, I just really feel a lot happier with how my art looks. And this is just for fun. This is just for fun. And I'll have some downloads for you guys that you can access. This is just for fun. There will be a download at the end if you're looking for a traceable or something to copy to practice your drawing. It will be a small fee just because it helps support my channel and it helps me to keep creating these tutorial videos. All right. I'm just mixing different browns together to try to give these branches a little depth. But overall, I'm liking the way that looks. What I'm doing as I continue to add color is I'm allowing these two parrots to dry. So if I want to add any pencil or gel pen on top of it, I can. As it's drying, I'm moving on to the other part of the painting, which is the leaves. And I'm just doing the general shape of leaves over the lines that I had. And you can add different colors to it too. I just like the way this looks. And I think I'm just going to add some colorful leaves there. Maybe I'll add a darker blue, a darker green. And maybe this one needs a little green too, because sometimes parrots have green. The other thing I want to remind everyone is that you can add sparkles and you can add gold paint. You can add all sorts of details. So I have a gold Artex acrylic marker, and you can, add some nice shine to your parrot with a little bit of gold. You can even add it to the branches, and it just adds something to it. Don't be afraid if you're in your own art journal to play around and see what you can do to add, I don't know, details to your parrots, or just see what you can do without fear of making mistakes. I definitely like how that gold kind of looks on these parrots. And it's just really a fun way to play and figure out what you like and what you don't like. That is the final drawings for how to draw a parrot. I will have a little booklet, a downloadable e-booklet available for you if you're looking for parrots to trace or ideas for drawing or just to color. That will be available. I'll include the link in the comment section. But for now, here is a fast forward version of the first painting that I did, so you can see how I drew the original parrots. I hope you all have a wonderful day and happy sketching.